I want to get into like your upbringing because you told me you was raised Rastafarian, right?
Yeah, Rastafarian.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I had the locks and everything for
had
like
the
most of
locks
my
and
life, like
everything. Like,
until
man,
college.
so what was that like though? Being raised in the UK, you're a black person, you raised Rastafari, and I imagine like culturally that's like maybe going against a lot of the I guess the mainstream culture of North London or London in general. Like what was that like coming
Well,
up like that?
North London consists of like the Turkish, the Somalis, the Ghanaian, the Congolese, the Jamaicans, the Caribbeans overall. And it was rare that you kind of saw a white person. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. So that was what was where. It's different now because it's gentrified, but it was kind of rare. It wasn't often that you did see someone, and if you did, they were kind of part of the culture. They were like
Yeah.
to the cookout type
Right,
situation.
right, right.
Like, and so yeah, it was just normal. We were all just together. We all ate each other's foods. We all were familiar with each other's cultures. Like, that's just how it
That
is.
sounds
And
beautiful.
yeah, it was just it was so nice. And we had like barbecues all the time, like at school, and everyone would bring meals and dishes, and it would be Caribbean food, and it would be random chow mein, and you'd be like, "Who brought the chow mein?" And I found out when I was an adult, Angela, who brought the chow mein. That's so random. Like, but like it was, and we had steel pans, and I played steel pans and everything. It was really cool.
Wow.
Like, oh, it was just such a vibe because I was from Haringey, so Haringey was a very kind of like black kind of thing. Like our library was called Marcus Garvey Library. Like we
Mm.
just was very in tune with this stuff, and I was just like Rasta. So it was also a different world. So as a people, everyone who has their cultures live differently. We all came from the same place, but because we had our different cultures or different religious practices, we all had different lives as well.
Right.
So it's like we all knew each other, but we didn't really know each other. Like it's
Right.
crazy. Everyone just has alternate lives. Like in London, we just have multiple lives. We are different. We have different faces. Code switching is real. Real in the UK. Oh my God. Like we just have different voices, different everything, ways we communicate with each other, like, and different scenes in the millions. And so, yeah, it just kind of is like that. And as a Rastafari, like, it just was different. So, because it wasn't like a black issue, I mean, white issue, because it wasn't really white people around, it was kind of like people in the Caribbean kind of looked at Rastafari people with dreadlocks with like dirt. So it was like Christian or Muslims in the Caribbean like didn't really respect Rastafarianism at all.
Mm.
There was like massacres in the Caribbean about it and stuff like that. So I was looked at like dirt my whole life. I was just like people, teachers even looked at my foot. They would be like this when they're talking to me, like
Oh
looking at
wow.
my forehead, like up there. Like I'm just like, yeah, my eyes are here. So then that developed in me a weird thing where I can't look at people in the eyes. Like even now, it's weird because it's like, do you
Mm.
see what I'm saying? See, these things affect children, but it's like it just wasn't popular. When I cut my locks off before college to start a whole new life, that's when it became popular, locks, and then it became styles, and everyone started wearing styles because of Lil Wayne and stuff.
But at the
He really
time, it wasn't
influenced.
like a popular thing. It
No,
was
people were
almost
looking at me
like a
like
target on your
no, people
back.
like I feel itchy. I used to get rushed, 12 gal deep. Like I used to get rushed, but I took them on. Are you mad? Like
Oh
that's my thing. I
wow.
have a mouth. I have a mouth, but also I'll fight back. Like you're not gonna come for me. Like
Right.
you all
Yeah.
thought, and then you keep trying, and then nah, I don't take it. So I dealt with it.
You dealt
I
with it.
don't win all the time. There's 12 girls. Like what the fuck?
Dang.
Like,
Right.
our dreadlocks, they're pulling it down. I'm like, ah.
So is that why like you cut your logs and you started like I want to say was venturing off into like I guess finding your own I guess ideas of philosophies,
Yes, it was music that
music.
helped me. It was India Aries, I Am Not My Hair. That changed my life.
Wow. What not my hair.
Um,
Wow.
that changed my life, like literally.
Wow.
Cause I listened to her since I was a child. Like she was someone I always listened to, which is weird listening to a neo soul as a child, but yeah, that's what I listened to. And yeah, that song just changed my entire life, and I was like, yeah, I'm still gonna be me, like regardless of this hair. I felt like my hair, it's meant to feel like roots. Like now, I have a different understanding of what Rastafari is. Growing
Hmm.
up, I didn't understand it. It was mixed with what I was learning in school, which was Christianity. So I always felt like I was going to be like smited, or something's going to happen to me, or that I'm going to be struck down, or like for thoughts. And I had a massive fear of God, like, but I put it in a Selassie form. It's like I was looking at, I was like, it was Christian, but with Selassie's face. That's how I was looking at it, because it was forming together the
Right.
teachings of school compared with
What you getting taught at home, right?
Yeah, they were meshing. So I had a crazy outlook on it. I'm Rastafari to this day now. I have a different outlook, but that moment, that song, I was just like, and I talked to my mum, because I was the last one of all my siblings to cut off my locks. Changed my whole entire relationship with my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just wild. And it changed my whole relationship with people. They started talking to me. Everyone started talking to me suddenly.
I bet that was like a really big transition for you, because you said you cut off your locks. You said your mom started looking at you different, and then people started talking to you more.
It's like I lost her. It was like a moment. It was wild. It was like, at what cost? Like, you cut off like your relationship with your mother for people who don't even care about you, or and just want to get to know you now because you look different and you've cut your hair now.
Wow. I bet that was so conflicting. Like, I can imagine like the pain you feel of the relationship with your mom being different, and then like the excitement of being able to meet these new people and explore these different possibilities.
I didn't like them though.
You didn't like them?
No, I didn't like them. They suck. They all suck. Like, the thing is, it was
man.
too late. I'm already a nerd. I'm already delved into World of Warcraft for like 10, 17 years. Like, it's too late for me. So they're chatting rubbish. They care about things I don't give a crap about. Like, there's no substance in anything anyone's saying. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. And my mouth is mouthing. Like, they just can't take a joke. They care about their appearances and this, that, and the other. I just don't care. Like, and it's annoying because now I'm looking like them, but I just don't move like them. I don't care.
So did that make you feel even more alone?
Yeah. And see, the loneliness is just even more, because I've always just been alone. Like, in school, I did not have friends. Even my best friend to this day, she was a nerd in school. We went to the same school and she had a bunch of friends. Nerds have friends. I didn't have that. That's why I turned to World of Warcraft.